Ba-da-da-da. Hey, welcome to KocoSports WWE 205 Live 72 410 18 review. Because if we're going to pull James Legend out of retirement, take him out of his cave, we're going to get the biggest shows in the world. Are we going to talk WrestleMania? Of course not. Are we going to talk Ring of Honor? New Japan? No. We're talking WWE 205 Live. James, welcome to the show, brother.
What's up? Yeah, I had it in my contract. It was either 205 Live or Main Event.
Yeah. Do they still have Main Event?
No, nobody watches Main Event.
I mean, but do they even still have it, though?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's review that.
I think so.
All right, there we go. Love you, brother. Sorry, just a lot of stuff popping up at once. All right, so we ask, as always, win, loss, or tie. What did you think of the show overall?
I'm going to go with a tie.
Tie?
Yeah.
I can see that. You know what? The reason I love 205 Live and the reason I want to start getting into reviews again and start with 205 Live, A, is no one else is reviewing it. B, it's failing miserably. But C, James Legend, you've known me since 1902. Seriously, how much did I always want an all WWE Cruiserweight show?
Yeah. 205 Live, they're a lot like us. Like, nobody's watching it. They're failing miserably. So it's only a natural fit for us to review them.
Yeah. I feel bad because, like, at 205 Live, to me, it started off with a Cruiserweight show. No one gave a shit. Then it came into old school ECW where they kind of mock the style that it is. And then they went into WWE like, hey, look at this. We're completely WWE. And the fans are like, fuck yeah. I don't know. It's just like your dreams come true, but everyone else is sad. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give it a strong tie, almost a win. Down in the comments, put win, loss, or tie. What did you think? We'll go to live comments in a second. And I don't know, because, like, Vince McMahon. I was about to call him Donald Trump for a second. Same guy. Vince McMahon. He reminds me of the Twilight Zone. He gives you what you wish for, but it's always wrong. Remember the Monkey's Claw? The Simpsons did it? Yep. And they were just like, and you're like, I would love ECW to return. And Vince is like, sure. And it's horrible. It's like, I'd love to have someone else besides John Cena. And it's Roman Reigns. And it's horrible. And then you're like, I'd love to have a Cruiserweight show. And it happens. And it's horrible. Vince McMahon, I think we should just call him Monkey's Claw. Because he gives us what we want, but he makes us regret anything else but John Cena for the rest of our lives. He just gets revenge. He's like, you like ECW? Ha 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 ha! I ruined it. You like 205 Live? Ha 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 ha! I ruined it. You know what? I'm afraid to tell Vince what I like anymore. Maybe we should do the opposite. Like, come on air and be like, we fucking want Roman Reigns to win the title. We want John Cena, Roman Reigns, best of 100 every night on Monday Night Raw.
It's like when he brought the NWO back to ruin WWE.
Yeah.
He's always injecting us with a poison.
But I think instead of ruining WWE, he's just ruining our childhood and our happiness.
Isn't that the same thing?
I don't know. I was a WCW fan.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's what I think I hate about WWF fans, not to throw you under the bus. I hate when they're like, yeah, dude, Vince McMahon gave you your wonderful childhood. Vince McMahon is fucking the reason you're a pro wrestling fan. And, like, everyone forgets that WCW and NWA existed. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I was on another podcast there. They're like, yeah, well, you have to be thankful for Vince McMahon because all those years that he gave you entertainment. I'm like, no. You're on the right side of history. I'm on the side of history where Vince McMahon just killed everything I loved. So we're not on the same side of history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but I always forget that you were a WCW fan because you're from Jersey.
Does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the funny thing is, Boom Boom's from down south and he was a WWE fan. So, you were a WWF fan growing up, right? Or were you an everything fan?
Wrestling in general.
Yeah. So,
I was a channel skipper.
Oh, nice. I was I'll watch one live and I'll watch the replay because even though I like WCW better, the TBS replayed it, so it kind of gave WWE an advantage.
I would watch the first hour of Nitro, then I would watch Monday Night Raw, and then I'd watch the replay of Nitro.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the good stuff that we live in today. The 205 Live. That's just like the WCW Cruiserweight division. All right. So let's break this. Go ahead.
Kind of off topic, but on topic. Former Cruiserweight champion Rich Swann made his return to wrestling tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
CZW's best of the best.
Oh, awesome. Well, hopefully he makes a comeback and does a great thing. You know, according to a lot of sources, like that shit was blown completely out of proportion. But
I'm sure it was.
But who knows? All right, let's talk WWE 205 Live results. RadioSoftWWE.com. You got, I thought, match of the night, and not that there was much competition. Match of the night.
2 matches.
Yeah, you got Kalisto defeating Dragon Gate's Akira Tozawa, and I enjoyed this match a lot, and no one else did. The fans were dead, and I was just
how do you live in Japan and you can't pronounce the guy's name?
Because I can't pronounce anyone's name. Why do you think I call him Johnny Tampa and he complains on Twitter? So
yeah, that makes no sense. He's not even from Tampa.
I know, but like because Ciampa sounded like Tampa. And then I couldn't pronounce it. And then I was like, you know what? Your name's Johnny Tampa. And then like 10 years later, he became super famous and complained about it on Twitter. And I'm like,
I honestly didn't know you were talking about Tommaso Ciampa. I thought you were talking about Johnny Gargano the whole time.
No, he's Johnny. Don't you know how to pronounce anyone's name, James?
You're the worst.
No, but not only that, but here's the thing, though. In my defense, no one can pronounce my last name. So you know what I did? I literally shortened it so that everyone can pronounce it. That's what the fuck, you know what I mean? Everyone should be named John Smith, and you have numbers.
The South Florida crew used to call you Coco Toes.
Yeah, I've heard them all. I've heard them all, dude. You know what it is? When you have a name like KocoSports, literally, anytime they say K, you just think it's your. It's like, it's Kaka, I'm here. I'm here. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, no one's pronouncing it. And when they say it right, you still correct them and you're confused. You're like, is David KocoSports here? And you're like, it's KocoSports. Like, that's what I said. I'm like, holy shit, you did say it right. Like, you're shocked. You know what? Yeah. So he should just be Johnny Camp.
Edward Mohan in the chat asked, where is Boom Boom? And we killed him.
Yes. We'll go to live chats in a second. All right. I love you guys. Now, Boom Boom, we're trying to rebuild the channel, and James used to be a huge part of the channel. Actually, James was here before Boom Boom, but Boom Boom did more shows, so no one believes that.
I was here in the AM radio days.
I know. People are like, who the fuck is this new young kid?
Back in the Mexican Devil Race times.
Yeah. You know what I feel like? I feel like you went out with the Authors of Pain, and an NXT fan said, who are you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's actually focus on the show we're reviewing. Some people say we get off topic.
I was going to say, without Boom Boom here to drive the bus, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's how Boom Boom makes all the big bucks. Boom was like, all right, back to the 205 Live review. Kalisto does defeat Tozawa, Dragon Gate guy, used to be chubby. Remember, why ain't 205 good? Why didn't WrestleMania fans, they were in New Orleans, why didn't you guys cheer as much as you should have cheered? You guys should have been shitting your pants in excitement. And now I know you've watched 9,467 hours of fucking pro wrestling, and I know I sound like a Roman Reigns defender, but Jesus Christ, help a little cruiser boy. That's, I'm just gonna go with that. Help a cruiser boy's dreams, man, come true.
I thought it was a good match.
I thought it was absolutely amazing.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Kalisto has had really good matches. Last week he had a really good match with Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, and not only that, but too, what you call it? The only complaint I have is like they're selling a knee injury, and then he just does like a move that like anyone with bad knees wouldn't be able to do, like when he reverses it.
Isn't that the cruiserweight division?
That is true. We are nitpicking here, but overall, I enjoyed it a lot. I was rooting for Dr. Dragon Gate, but it did not go down. And I just hope, man, they have so many great cruiserweight wrestling. Just fucking make it happen. So just make it happen.
You know, like people are complaining that the cruiserweights don't have storylines and characters and stuff.
Well, I mean, Tozawa has a big head and he wiggles it around and acts like Vince McMahon. That's kind of a character
why is he doing the Vince McMahon impression? I don't get it.
I honestly think they're just like, dude, be Vince.
You think like he did it and Vince McMahon overheard him? He's like, that's funny, kid.
Run with it. Yeah. I have no idea why he's acting like Vince McMahon. And why does he come out like a bobblehead? There's so many questions about the storylines.
The feud, though, between Lucha House Party and Tozawa and Hideo Itami has been really good so far, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
And I'm glad my boy Lindsay is getting some TV time.
And next, I'm so sad that this guy's getting over because he's literally the Steve Corino, and not in a good way. I love Steve Corino, but he's the Steve Corino.
I'm going to battle you on this in a moment, so go ahead.
All right. Wait, I just lost the results. Hold on, give me 5 seconds. Drew Gulak defeats TNA's Mark Andrews. And
TNA's Mark Andrews?
Yeah, did he come from TNA? I think he was there for like a cup of coffee.
I guess.
I think he came from TNA. I could be wrong. Chat, tell me.
I think he did. I mean, he worked some TNA, but I wouldn't call him TNA's.
All right, well, I'm wrong. You're right. Moving on. Drew Gulak, first off, the PowerPoint presentation, I'm like, dude, this is so fucking stupid, and it's over, and it breaks my cruiserweight heart. And then Mark Andrews comes out, and they have a match, and I just don't enjoy it. It's basically like, hey, guys, we're gonna roast the WWE style. Get it? I'm a heel. And then after that, the premier athlete, finally a cruiserweight wrestler, comes out, whoops some ass, and it builds a storyline.
Sir, you were a WCW fan, correct?
This is true.
I'm going to name off a few cruiserweights.
All right.
You tell me if you enjoyed them or not.
All right, go ahead. This is. I think I'm going to lose this in the go.
Dean Malenko.
Dude, you know I love Dean Malenko. Don't go there, James.
Chris Benoit.
I loved Chris Benoit.
Chris Jericho.
All right, first off, no. I love you know I love Jericho. Go on.
All three guys were not cruiserweight style wrestlers in WCW at all.
You're right. I'm wrong. But still, I want to see cruiserweight wrestling.
Flip guys need a break. They need people to catch them while they're flipping.
That is true. All right. I'm wrong. I still hate them, though. Even though, you know what? You get proven wrong, but you're still stubborn? That's me. Like, James Legend, you win this time, but still don't.
You like Steve Corino.
I do love Steve Corino. But Steve Corino.
But you say it as an insult.
I know. Well, because like
Steve Corino of 205 Live sounds pretty good to me.
Well, there's all right. Well, in Gulak's defense and in 205's defense, at least there's only one Steve Corino. I remember the first episode I ever saw of 205 Live. There was 3 people playing Steve Corino in 3 matches. So at least there's only one. I mean, so you know what? I'm
he's wrestling boring. He's wrestling aggressive at least now.
Yeah, that's true. All right. You know what? I still
don't get me wrong. I do think the match like dragged out a little too much, and the only pops they were getting were from something happening in the crowd.
Oh, that's sad.
So I don't know.
So yeah, hopefully 205 is loved and like, because it would suck to like start reviewing it and then it gets canceled. We're like, we'll review 205 Live because that's what the fuck we do, and then it's canceled, and they're like, oh, god damn it. Well, we still got Lucha Underground.
We still got Main Event.
Dude, I'm gonna go out of my way to watch Main Event. I didn't know Main Event was still on the air. I had no idea. Dude, I watched This Week in WWE sometimes. That should be a million times better. Like that, there's no way that should be as horrible as it is. Because I'm like, oh man, I don't have time to watch wrestling. There's a show called This Week at WWE. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to pay us royalties. And then we go watch it, and they actually don't recap anything. They're like, John Cena masturbates to fucking charities. Like, no, I did not know that. I didn't. Where the fuck? This Week at WWE should be like the ESPN of fucking WWE Network, but it's not. It's like cold pizza.
Like a sports center.
Yeah, but it's not at all. All right. And then I guess surprise, the end of the show, we have, give me a second. We have Cedric Alexander, happy that he won the championship.
Age of Alexander has begun.
Yeah. And, I'm a big fan of his, but this whole segment sucked the dick. Like, he came out, first off, Spud, Rockstar Spud. What's his name? Fucking Business Bear Bernard? What?
Greg Maverick. He sounds like he should be in a Top Gun special.
All right, so Maverick and Goose come out, and like we get it. The first couple episodes, you're like, yeah, it's great to be here. I'm happy. You know, I don't work for TNA. I understand. But
I'm getting
Jesus
paid.
Christ, yeah, Jesus Christ. It's not fucking Thanksgiving every goddamn week there, Spud. Calm the fuck down. He was like, this is the greatest day of my life. What are you doing? Playing Coco Plays? So, no. Calm down there, fucking Spud and McKenzie. And second off, oh, dude, this is so WWE bullshit. But Buddy Murphy comes out and crashes the party. And how slow was the reaction of his friends in the ring? Like, Buddy Murphy comes out like... Everyone's like, Ali's there. He's like, you did a great job. Rockstar Spud's there. He's like, you did a great job. It's like, you're my friend. They're no Conor McGregor, I assure you. When it comes to friendships, they're no Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, Buddy's just like, oh, I'm just taking my time, putting you up. Aha. And then they're like, oh, my God.
And for starters, like, I don't know how many people have ever been, like, inside of a wrestling ring. Like, we've been inside of a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
If somebody sneaks up from behind you in a wrestling ring, you can fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Wrestling rings are not very silent.
And what were they looking at? The whole thing was just horrible. The whole thing was absolutely
it did take them a very long time to look like they were getting out of the ring. Like, it was...
The timing was not good.
I like the idea of Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Buddy Murphy and NXT when he was with the tag team, him and Blake.
Yeah.
So to see him getting something on the main roster now is nice. I like that.
Yeah, and hopefully they bring over more guys like Ricochet. Why Ricochet? You know how awesome Ricochet in 205 would be.
I like the idea of just having like a talent exchange with 205 Live and NXT. Like they don't have to be called up full time.
And same thing with WWE. Like, why can't Finn Balor wrestle on both? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just like want like I don't like maybe they don't get called up full time.
What about WrestleMania New Jersey? You have Ricochet versus Prince Devitt. Cruiserweight title is actually on the main card. You tell me you're not going to shit your pants in excitement.
I mean, I shit my pants a lot anyway.
All right, let's go to some live comments. Do you have anything else to add? What's his name returned, and he wants to fucking fight Kenta.
Brian Kendrick.
Yeah. I don't know. Brian Kendrick caught the Austin Aries. One day he was the absolute awesome person in the world, and then one day he just stopped trying.
That fucking Steve Carino disease.
I love Steve Carino, but yeah. Fucking what happened? Remember when he was spanking? He was amazing. Just what happened? He was never good again.
Remember when he streaked through SmackDown?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. But I heard Austin Aries has a lot of belts now, so maybe he started trying again. In the chat, is Austin Aries trying again?
I don't know. Probably.
And if you say something like, "Hey, Austin Aries always tried," your opinion of him improving is invalid.
What do you think of 205 Live getting tag team belts?
I think it's a little too early, but it gives the guys something to do. I just think they have to put more star power and more cruiserweights on their roster. I think that's the main thing they have to do.
I think they have to put more star power on and not make it look like a demotion.
Yeah. So,
like,
exactly.
Fucking re-sign Rey Mysterio and put him on the brand.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Prince Devitt.
Make it work fucking TV tapings.
Yep. I agree with you 110%. And not only that, but it's not like I want to see Prince Devitt off Raw or wherever he gets into the SmackDown shakeup, but it would just be great. You know what I mean? And not only that, but like AJ Styles probably lists the 205. Can you imagine him having a Cruiserweight title and a WWE title? And it just, I don't know. I think 205 shouldn't be a brand, but a weight division that's universal.
Dude, 205 during the Superstar shakeup, hear me out.
All right.
Raw and SmackDown doing their thing, trading people. All of a sudden, Drake Maverick comes out and he goes, "Why is 205 Live not involved in the shakeup?" And he signs Daniel Bryan.
And Prince Devitt. And Ricochet.
Okay, yeah, and Rusev. Well, let's just sign everybody.
Well, Rusev might be free after a while. Poor Rusev.
You know what I mean? Like, Daniel Bryan in that division.
It would be awesome.
It would be a great Rusev Day.
It would be the greatest Rusev Day of all time. All right, let's get a live comments. I apologize that we waited towards the end, but 205 is a short show anyway.
Yeah.
Andy Paps, you better be watching Koco Plays because this episode of Koco Plays is the greatest episode of Koco Plays ever, and that just means it's probably below average. Andy Paps says, "Hey guys, welcome back, James Legend Time." By the way, I put a link in the doobly-doo. All right, normally my number one push is buying my book. No, like, comment, subscribe on Koco Plays. All right. Gary North, caught you live once. Great show, guys. Lately, keep up the good work. Appreciate it. Ole Samuel says, am I evil for wanting the NXT crew to have full control over Raw? No. Everyone wants NXT to rule the universe. Ole, he goes on, Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair is why I'm a wrestling fan. Thank you. Give yourself a Barry Harlow. It's one of the greatest stories fucking ever told. One of the greatest booking ever told. Opposite. Remember Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair? Do you remember? Are you even that old? I know you're old, but are you that old?
I don't know if I'm that old.
Thanks.
I never remember watching it, but I wasn't there in person.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was fantastic.
But, like, everybody... Okay, so don't get me wrong. I love NXT.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody's like, oh, NXT should take over Raw or the right... I don't think people realize, though, that, like, the NXT matches, they literally have, like, a month to work on those matches at the Performance Center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like live, oh, go do your match right then and there.
Yeah, but I think not only is it the wrestling, it's also the booking that people are a fan of, too.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Dave has come back to save Bullet Club, LOL. Edward Mohan says, hey, Koco. Hey, what's up, brother?
You think the Bullet Club is okay?
Dude, I enjoy the Bullet Club more than I should. I think it's the greatest fucking thing in the world. I really do. Dude, I already said this on air, but we don't have many viewers and we can repeat stuff because, we're not as popular as we used to be. Dude, I watched Being the Elite, and when Cody Rhodes brings in Business Bear, I'm like, this is so fucking cheesy. It's so stupid. I'm enjoying it, but it's so stupid. I never laugh. And you've seen me where I laugh fucking hard. I, lose control because, I hate my laugh, so I kind of have, a fake defense laugh. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go to extreme level of laughing. Dude, I was by myself, and Matt asked, Matt of the Young Bucks asked, dude, can he sing? And Cody Rhodes goes, Matt, he's all fucking business. And I don't know if it's because the way he said it, and I watched it again. Dude, I fucking laughed so hard by myself that it was fucking ridiculous. I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. And the booking, and I've said this before, Bullet Club right now is sports entertainment and pro wrestling done right at the highest level. At the highest fucking level. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz.
The Young Bucks just get it at this point.
Yeah.
They're on the pulse of entertainment. They know what to do to be entertaining. They know what to do to get everybody to love them. And so half of the people love them and half of the people hate them. But with both halves, that's 100% of people watching them still.
Yeah. Well, I'm still
because whether you're watching them to succeed or some people are watching them to see if they're going to fail, that at the end of the day, that's still 100% of the people watching you.
Yeah. And they just got entertainment and wrestling done right. And not only that, but I'm always going to be a Team Chaos and Okada guy, but Bullet Club just is hitting everything out of the park in every aspect of pro wrestling.
Remember when DX was super fucking popular?
Yeah.
They've reached that level and beyond.
Yeah, and not only that, but they're doing it without a huge corporate machine behind them. So it's even amazing.
They're having Funko Pops made of them.
Yeah.
Official, you know what I mean? I've read reports that WWE is upset about all of this.
Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck them. Be more entertaining. You had a chance at the Young Bucks. You had a chance at fucking Cody Rhodes. You had Cody Rhodes, for Christ's sake.
You had a chance to put fucking Finn Balor and American Dragon on 205 Live.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to us.
I know. So go fuck yourself. Edward Mohan says, "Hey, Coco." I don't know if I already read that. Andy Paps 92 said, "Andy Paps, you better be watching Coco plays because you're the only one." I started watching WWE at 99. Never got into WCW, but I really like DDP and Goldberg. Yeah, I did. WCW had some really great storylines, and sometimes because like creative switched it around, they never finished. No one a storyline that I absolutely loved was Roddy Piper and Raven. Raven like in Roddy Piper. That just went nowhere. And another storyline that I really loved that went nowhere was Scott Steiner and Diamond Dallas Page. I'm still standing. That was like the greatest fucking promo ever. Goldberg was fucking done right.
Remember when we found out Raven was like a rich kid?
Dude.
And then like there was like a picture of Roddy Piper in the closet.
I loved it, but it went nowhere. It was like the greatest storyline ever. I was so intrigued, and then it was just like, all right, that's the end of the storyline. Like, okay.
The end of the storyline was literally just Raven found a picture of Piper in the closet and was like, oh, I remember I used to like that guy.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
WCW had its moments, but it also fucked up a lot. But I loved it. I loved it because, like, even as a little kid, NWA, WCW, I'm not sure what it was called. I don't know. In my mind, I don't remember when they switched it to WCW, so I apologize.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to call it NWA, WCW. But I just remember, even as a little kid, I'd be like, yeah, WWE is for little kids. I watch WCW because that's for, like, fucking men. And I'm a man. I'm a man's man at 8 years old.
I was like watching WWF at the time, like, I could get behind characters. Like, I was a kid. I knew, like, it was a work. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of figured it out young. Yeah. But, like, I was like, you know what? I can, like, he's a garbage man, but he wrestles. Like, I can get behind that. That's cool. Like, any character you gave me, I was like, all right, that's fine. I can understand it. The minute The Undertaker came out, and I was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I hate The Undertaker. We're the only people in the universe that hates The Undertaker, by the way.
Like,
it's me and you versus the world.
But he came back to life, and he's controlled by an urn of ashes.
I don't know. The goo, Doink the Clown. I as a little kid, I was just like, no.
Even Doink the Clown. I'm like, he's a clown. They can't make that much money. He wrestles on the side. But fucking Undertaker's dead. He doesn't need money.
Yeah, he is dead. I don't.
Apparently, as a young kid, I was financially understanding. I knew people needed money, and you fucking wrestle. The point of wrestling was to win and go to the pay window. Dusty Rhodes told us that.
Exactly. There you go.
How much fucking money could a plumber really make plunging toilets? He needs cash. He needs some side change. So he wrestled.
Heavy J says,
"Fuck the Undertaker."
I miss WCW on Monday nights. Dave, what's your favorite WCW moment? I always liked Ric Flair. I like the fact that they were the ones that kind of flirted with shooting. I don't know.
Rey Mysterio getting lawn darted into the side of the trailer.
There were so many great moments, but sadly, the horrible ones stick out. I love the fact that it had monster trucks. Like, I was like, dude, I love pro wrestling. I love monster trucks. And even the monster truck sumo. Dude, you know how ridiculous that storyline is? Please go back and watch the monster truck sumo match.
You know what's weird? You would think that, like, monster trucks are more of, like, a southern thing. But us northern boys love our fucking monster trucks.
Fuck yeah, dude. And that's one thing I hate about Japan. They don't have monster trucks.
Bigfoot and Gravedigger? Come on.
Yeah. USA 1.
Come
on. Goldberg.
Medusa.
Fucking monster trucks rule. Dude, if I remember at KocoSports, we wanted to actually cover monster trucks, and like we really went into it, but they were like dicks. They're like, oh, you cover pro wrestling and fighting. We don't want to be related to that. And I'm like, you literally have a truck named Goldberg. And they're like, yeah, we're trying to phase our way out of that. I'm like, you guys are fucking gay. So who knows? Maybe we'd have Monster Truck AM if they were more open-minded.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I love monster trucks. And not only that, but like the rules. Like, and the thing is, I always piss me off because I try to keep track of the rules, but there really isn't any rules. And it pissed me off. Like, if you just took it seriously, I could follow this. I don't know. My favorite WCW moment. I don't know. There's so fucking many. I'm just thinking Ric Flair. You know. Oh, Ron Simmons beating Vader was huge. War Games. You know, I don't know if War Games is as great as I remember, but as a young guy, I loved War Games. It's like that's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, I love the fact that they had matches with Japan, the Muda. You know, there's so many. The super shows at the Tokyo Dome. Remember that?
You're really you're showing your age a little though.
I am. I'm fucking. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm old. But go Lightning, dude! My little 2-day playoff.
You're like that time they let the colored man win a championship, and they didn't spray him down with a hose.
I'm old, man. That's what we're learning.
My favorite WCW moment is the time the TV went from black and white to color.
Oh, I'm old. I saw something on Facebook. It was like people react, but it was like old people react.
Oh yeah, the WrestleMania. I didn't watch it.
That's literally our channel now. That is our channel. It's not even a gimmick. Like, let's see how old people react to 205 Live. Where is Goose? He's working hard. Ole 78 says Kokomo. Yeah, I've heard it all. What's up, Andy Paps? Up, Edward. Heavy J. Ole Samole. If you build a general manager from the ground up, you get Daron Quanto. Yes. Yes, you do. I won't even get into my last name. Yeah, because we got Greek last names. Fucking Andy Paps knows. He shortened it because fucking Andy Paps is like, I don't want to be fucking on Wrestle AM. The fuck?
I always get
we live in.
I get weird ones on my last name too, which you wouldn't think is hard because it's Richards, which is just Richards with a Z. But people are always like, oh, Rechards, Rickards, Retards.
I'm gonna call you Recharge. Recharge.
The retards one hurts a little.
I can imagine. I always hated in the Marines. They called me cock and balls. That was the one that got me. Like, hey, cock and balls, get over here. Like, all right. But it was so funny because like we had to come up with fake names when we were overseas, and like people were like, I'm fucking Max Powers. And, you know, dude, I was Lucky Cocoa Puffs and Dennis Cock and Balls.
I like it.
Yeah, and then like if I felt like being a drunk asshole, I was Dennis Cock and Balls. If I was like a go lucky, hey, let's have fun and I'm gonna drink Coronas tonight, I'd be lucky Cocoa Puffs. So like it depended like what I was drinking, what idea I'd pull out. If it was like a mix of free liquors, I was like Dennis Cock and Balls.
You're fucking three faces of Foley over here.
I know. But Heavy J, I hate the concept of the general manager. Yeah, it's starting to get old. X division better than the cruiserweight division. This will keep me up at night, Andy Paps. You can't throw shit out like that because I love them both. I love them both. Throw in Dragon Gate, the WCW cruiserweight division, X division. I don't know. Which one do you like better? TNA X division or WCW cruiserweights?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I fucking was angry about it. Who fucking talking to? I don't know. I don't know because like I like some of the guys in the X division because I watch them still on like the indies.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Why can't Rockstar Stud be a manager for somebody? Yeah, I agree. I want Spud Wrestling. Yeah.
Guys, it's about the money. Being a general manager, you make more money than being a manager for just one person. Guys, come on.
He has to go to the pay window later.
It's the only way to get to the pay window all the time. If you manage for somebody and they lose, no paycheck.
Best answer I've ever heard in my life. Baby Madera has been the best at it in recent memory. You know what? I don't know if you're talking about general manager or life, but I agree. He's the greatest human being to walk planet Earth. Braun and Spud for tag team champions. People are yesing that. Drew Gulak is my favorite wrestler on 205. Andy Paps. First, you like the Rangers. Now this. You better like, comment, subscribe on Koco Plays, Andy Paps, because literally I'm playing hours of video games for only you to watch. And if you don't watch, no one watches it. No pressure. Like, comment, subscribe. Koco Plays. Link down in the doobly-doo. Ole says Super Kick Party. Oh, I miss Steve Carino. So long, Koco.
He's a coach in NXT.
Oh man, I love Steve Corino.
He came. He came to Orlando, where everybody comes to die.
When are we getting the Dario 1980s fan club back? God, yes. Yes, we got to do that. This was an idea. I don't know if you paid attention to our show, but we wanted to make a Dario fan club, but in the 80s. So you pay like $20 and we send you a picture and a newsletter of talking about how great he is.
I like it.
Yeah, we were going to do that, but like, you'd be surprised how many bad ideas we don't follow through on this podcast.
Oh. Would I be surprised? Would I be surprised, Dave?
No, probably not. NXT 205.
We've had many bad ideas.
Yeah. Sometimes they take off, though. You ever have like a bad idea and you just look to the left and right and you're like, I can't believe this took off. That's life.
Yeah.
Ole Sebe Ole says, for some reason, Vince wants everything to be a brand. It's BS. I agree. Eddie Pap says, I've been in wrestling rings. How the hell could someone surprise you? LOL, without setting off an alarm. Eddie Pap says, Austin Aries is trying. LOL. Ole Sebe Ole says, I don't watch Impact. You could probably put that by anyone's name. And Vince's eyes, having a main roster guy versus a cruiserweight guy would devalue the main roster guy. Yeah, I agree, Heavy J. That sucks. Ole Sebe Ole. Dude, there's a lot of live comments. James Legend, you brought the live comments back with you, baby.
I bring the heat.
Immobile Giant versus Spot Monkey. Yeah, it's a terrible match.
I brought all the live comments because I want to go to the pay window.
All right.
This plumbing job I have sucks.
The 1776er. Why are we not talking about Good King Okada and all the other wrestlers below the God King? Oh, God King. All right, yeah, I love Okada. He's the greatest thing in the world. Don Callis and Scott D'Amore have done great so far running Impact. That's good.
I'm going to give it a chance.
Dude, I don't know, man. Because people like Impact, and then they say give it a chance, and we used to. You have no idea. Like when someone's like, "Oh, you don't support Impact," James Legend, from the bottom of my heart, tell the world, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, we had TNA Impact parties at radio stations, so fuck off.
Favorite moments in TNA, we were there live. And Scott D'Amore came out like on the ramp to like watch a match, like, you know, because he's a manager. And I like literally like whispered, not even said it loud. Like I think it might have been to you. I was like, I think Scott D'Amore has herpes. And he started rubbing his face, like, no, I don't. And I was just like, oh shit, he hurt me. I feel bad now.
WWE cries at the feet of God King Okada. I agree. I watched it, Dave. LOL. Thank you, Andy Paps. Did you like, comment, and subscribe? Koco plays! The 1776ers, God King Okada laughs at 205 Live. God King eats two. Okay, I'm noticing the 1776er has a pattern here. Okada should beat Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. My favorite feud was Flair Steamboat. Oh, that was amazing. The 1776er, God King Okada scoffs at WrestleMania. He rules Wrestle Kingdom, so says the Guy King. I think he keeps messing up God King because sometimes he's the good king, sometimes he's the Guy King. Okada is a god. What if the returning Bone Soldier is Finn Balor under the mask? That would be nice. Ole Sebe Ole says Southpaw Wrestling was the best thing WWE ever did comedy wise. You know, I never watched it.
I didn't either.
I think because the thing is, from the YouTube clips, it looks like they were just making fun of indie wrestling. That's what it looked like.
They were making fun of like 70s old school wrestling and stuff.
Maybe that's me and James have this idea. Well, it's James' idea. Late to the party. I just fucking Steven Spielberg'd you.
Yeah, you did.
Me and James have this idea. Wait, let me rephrase that. Dave Koco proudly presents me and James have this idea that we're going to do late to the party and we're going to review stuff that's kind of older. Should that be the first one we review?
I don't know. Or do we go back and review that colored man winning that WCW championship again?
I don't know. We could. I don't know what episode or what pay-per-view it was. I know it was in Baltimore just because Wrestling Ranted.
I was going to say, I'm sure you could Google it.
Like Wrestling Ranted is like, I'm super successful on YouTube, and in Baltimore, Ron Simmons won that WCW title. That I'm pretty sure that's his Twitter bio.
I like it.
Yeah. Southpaw Wrestling was the best thing that. Oh wait, we already read that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Scooping it along. Eddie Pap says Bullet is more than fine. They're going back to the old days. D-Rocks. Okay, Dave, I hate to tell you this, but Charlotte is overrated like Sexy Star is overrated. Madison Eagles is the real deal. I don't know. I like Charlotte. I don't know much about Madison Eagles. I'll have to check her out. But Sexy Star, I don't know. I like what I like.
I never really understood the hype on Sexy Star.
I don't know. I fell in love with her because of Lucha Underground. But rumor has it she like beats people up and stuff. I like American Badass Undertaker. Me too. That's the only Undertaker I like because it makes sense. He's not dead. He's not a fucking zombie. He has a motorcycle. I get it. He's Uncle Roger. Chasey Bullock version 1. Message retracted.
100% truth. My favorite Undertaker match of all time.
Jeff Hardy?
No. Undertaker versus Festus on SmackDown.
Oh, I don't remember that one at all. But I remember.
Just picture a zombie and a retard at a slugfest just beating the shit out of each other for like 2 minutes.
Andy Paps groups NWA Wolfpack or NWO Wolfpack. Dave old? Question mark. You don't say. Please tell me more. Laughing. Brother David, I knew you would come. That's Chasey Bullock's version 1.
Dave looks younger now than 15 years ago when we used to hang out.
Well, that's because I'm fat. I was fat, and I have a playoff beard.
Yeah.
2-day playoff beard. But the thing is, I'm worried because I get patches. So, like, the Lightning are going to win the Stanley Cup, but I'm going to look ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because you have pubic hair on your face.
I do. And it never looks good. It never looks good.
Ron Simmons won the world title August 2nd, 1992.
Was it a pay-per-view?
It was called Main Event.
Oh, that would have been a regular show. I just remember I shit my pants in excitement.
It was due to injury. Sting was unable to have a rematch with Vader, so a raffle was done to take Sting's place as the #1 contender. Ron Simmons won the raffle and won the title.
Nice.
Which made the WWE recognizes him as the first African American to win a professional wrestling world championship.
All right. Well, maybe we'll go back and watch that one. We'll see if it's as great as we remember it. Because here's the thing. I was young. I didn't even know black people didn't win titles back then. I was just excited because it was a great outcome of a show.
I was going to joke and say I've never seen a black person, but I'm from New York.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Are you from NBC's New York? Because if you're from NBC's New York, maybe you haven't seen a black person.
Oh, yeah, no.
Remember that NBC would always have all their shows in New York and there was no black people?
Yeah, where there was like one.
Yeah, I don't remember. Moving on. Remember that time RoboCop showed up? Yes, I do, and I loved it. It was absolutely horrible, but I absolutely loved it. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Some things are horrible, but you still love. RoboCop showing up was horrible and still loved.
Remember when Chucky was stalking Rick Steiner?
Yes. I do.
That
was even horrible back then.
Do you remember when the payoff was literally like a Chucky doll came out on the stage?
I don't remember the payoff, but I just remember it was ridiculous.
A fucking Chucky doll came out, and he was like 3 inches tall. And Rick Steiner was supposed to be afraid of that.
Nice. Well, maybe he had a knife or something.
I mean, he was a foot tall.
See, I don't know what's wrong with me, but as a kid, RoboCop, I'm like, yeah, I understand. Chucky, I was like, this is stupid. But I want to see the monster.
Did RoboCop pull the cage open for Sting or something like that?
Yeah, he walked out super slow, pulled the cage out, and left. So I was like, okay,
a fucking robot. He can't run, guys.
That is true.
His joints aren't made to bend that way.
I just remember, Pete, Pete's my brother, and I remember watching this, and he had like the best, honest, genuine, nerdy reaction ever. RoboCop comes out, opens up the cage, Sting goes out, and RoboCop leaves. And my brother, who was really young at the time, goes, "Thank God he didn't shoot anybody."
I could actually that's like a reaction Pete would have today, I feel like.
D-Rock says I need to say there are only 2 WWE characters I like, or I guess we characters. I like Ricky the Dragon and the Hurricane. Yeah, I like those 2 characters. James Checkout was #1 on Type Female 50 for 2011.
Honestly, the top 50, the top like 500, and none of that is fucking real.
Okay, I said Mae Young Classic is coming back, and I hope to get Madison Eagles. All right. Chancey Bullock says Dave is a good brother. Appreciate it. Fitz Sickad. Wow, I can actually remember that match for a second there. I thought they were building Fitz up. That match was pretty much his peak.
I told you.
I don't even remember it. I have to go back and see it now.
I'm going to YouTube it and find it for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, find it on YouTube.
I'll ask the research staff.
Yeah. Anyone watching Impact's Wrestling Redemption pay-per-view next Sunday? Probably not. There's a part of it. There's like a 2% chance I'll watch it. I'm from Brooklyn. Lots of black people on TV here laughing. D-Rock says, I'm also asking James to check out the 2011 PI Female 50 to see who was #1. Okay. Andy Papp says, didn't Kiss have a concert on Nitro? Probably.
Yeah, didn't that Kiss Demon?
Yeah. He was actually a cool guy.
Dale Torberg?
Yeah, he also worked for the Florida Marlins. I saw him at XWF. I thought
2011 top 50 was #1 with Madison Eagles.
All right.
I'm not saying she's bad.
D-Rox is fucking putting Madison Eagles over. Maybe we have to have a Madison Eagles review.
I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just not familiar with her work.
Heavy J. I like the fact that like on KocoSports we have a thing where we're just 100% honest. You know, other YouTubers would have pretended. They're like, Madison Eagles, a 5-star match, and I love her, and she's the greatest. Like you've never seen it. Like, yeah, I love why the YouTubers review New Japan, but they used to make fun of us for reviewing New Japan.
So I love the Black Scorpion build-up. Okay, real quick story. This will make nobody laugh or angry except for Dave, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
All right.
In high school, okay, Josh Masters went to high school with Steve Duffy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a referee and an indie wrestler, but go on.
Steve Duffy went around school telling everybody that he was the Black Scorpion on WCW.
Nice.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Steve Duffy is in his 40s, I believe.
Yes.
Josh Masters is only 37.
All right.
How the fuck did they go to school together?
Well, Duffy's a good referee, but maybe he had to study hard. He had to study extra. I have no idea.
But yeah, he was going around school telling people that he was the Black Scorpion.
I only lied about being a pro wrestler once, and I was like in the 1st grade. And I only remember this because my teacher reminded me of how bad of a liar I was. She would always like take us out for lunch one by one.
It's a good thing you got better at it.
Yeah. She's like, hey, do you like pro wrestling? I was like, yeah. And like, I didn't want to like tell her, I was a street rat, poor bastard, So like, she's like, who's your dad? And I told her, I used to tell everyone this. My dad's Terry Funk. He's on the road a lot, so I don't get to see him. Granted, that lie might have some truth to it. Who knows? Terry Funk slept with a lot of different women back in the day, allegedly. So, I mean, he's no Ric Flair, I assure you, but I'm sure I'm sure people slept with the wrestling god and never seen him again.
I think I have.
But then, like, this story went on, and she's like, oh, do you like wrestling? I'm like, yeah, I'm a pro wrestler. She's like, you're a pro wrestler. And for some reason, I could have made up anybody. I said I was Nikolai Volkov and I was Russian.
So
I was like, I'm Nikolai Volkov. Yeah. And she's just like, you're Nikolai Volkov? Oh, not Nikolai Volkov. That's the WWE one. Who's the Nikita Koloff? I was Nikita Koloff. And I was like, yeah, I'm Nikita Koloff. And she's like, she's looking at the magazine. She's like, you're him? I'm like, yeah, I travel between school days for the events. And then the worst part is, like, she thought it was hilarious, so she's telling everyone I'm Nikolai Volkov because, fucking teachers can have fun too. And like 8 years later, a kid, like we're in middle school, and I go to eat at his family's because, I pretty much made friends so I could eat at their family's houses.
Yeah.
And And it's a kid named Joey, and we went to school together, and we're eating dinner, and she's like, "Oh, what is it like being from Russia?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know, because obviously the lie, fucking totally forgot about the lie. This motherfucker really thought I was Russian. She's like, "Well, Miss Lowblight said you were a Russian wrestler." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
First off, in first grade, she should have just played along. She's a shit.
Well, she did. She did play along, but she had a lot of fun with it, telling the class. She totally played along with it. So she played along with it a little too well. She's like, "Oh, we have a celebrity, Russian wrestler Nikolai." And I keep saying Nikolai Volkov.
I was gonna say, because if she didn't play along, like that could have you could have grown up to be fucking.
No, she definitely played along. She played along a little too well. That fucking 8 years later at a friend's house, they're like, "Oh, what's it like being from Russia?" What the fuck are you talking about?
So, Chauncey Bullock wants him to tell me that I'm not a good brother. I'm sitting right here, dude. I can read this.
Remember when Russo won the WCW title? Yeah, that was horrible. Let's see. Dave, tell James he's not a good brother. You're not a good brother, James.
That sucks.
You can see her on the Fight app, Shimmer 100 for $15. He's D-Rock's really pushing Shimmer.
Either D-Rock's is Madison Eagles, or he's her manager and he's trying to get to the pay window.
He is trying to get to the pay window. You know what? Really D-Rock's, I give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Chancey Bullock version 1. Do you remember Matt Hardy version 1? Old move Ricochet. I'm gonna pretend those words make sense, and I do remember Matt Hardy version 1. So there you go. Eddie Pep says, "Left my house." This is great.
I feel like if this was a Boom Boom Ran show,
we would have skipped all those comments.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not shitting on Boom Boom, but he doesn't like the people.
D-Rock says, "I am the biggest fan." No, and I think that's why we lost views, because I walked away being all depressed and shit. Boom Boom kept going. He's like, "Dave's not here. Fuck your live comments."
Boom Boom is the Drew Gulak of KocoSports.
Yes, he is. He's like, "Do you want a PowerPoint presentation and not live comments?"
He's Barry the Business Bear. He's all fucking business.
He's all fucking business. Dude, I've never laughed. Because, like, some things catch you off guard, and you laugh so fucking hard. That caught me off guard so fucking much. Because not only that, but he also with the cheesy jokes, he's very, whatever. And I was just like, this is so fucking stupid. Kenny Sig, Matt, he's all fucking business. And I just lost my shit. Just lost it. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Booms doesn't take shit, LOL. He doesn't. Booms is all fucking business. Booms. Now we're making a shirt. Booms. He's all fucking business. Do you know how many T-shirt ideas we have and we just never follow through because we don't make T-shirts?
Little known Chuck Norris fact about Boom Boom.
All right.
He shits in a full 3-piece suit.
Of course. Boom Booms is all fucking business. He's not going to the live comments. All right, guys, listen here. I don't know if you like this show, but it would be cool if you liked, subscribed, and told your friends. But more importantly, buy Operation Freak Show on Amazon. Link down in the doobly-doo. But even more importantly,
I got it for Christmas.
Coco plays. Thanks, man. Hey, Chris Santa's fucking looking out. Where's Sammy?
I hate him. It was the worst gift I've ever gotten. I asked for Legos.
Eddie Paps is like, "Where's Sammy?" Another possible T-shirt idea. Yeah, we got to make a T-shirt shop because, dude, guess what? YouTube fucking took away all our money because this is how it works. Logan Paul fucks a dead corpse in the woods. I think that's how it went down. And YouTube's like, "You know what? KocoSports, you're on thin ice." And then I went on a rant on how Snickers fucking sucks and, women are horrible. I don't know. It was a Mae Young rant. You can imagine where it was going. And they were like, "Oh, now you make no money." And I was like, you know what? Business Bear's not going to be happy about this at all. So we might have to start a T-shirt shop or start begging for money. Logan Paul is my fault, obviously.
Because you live in fucking Japan. You could have stopped him.
I could have. You know what? That's why we're not making $30 a month. God damn you, YouTube. God damn you.
I am a good brother now, but I'm also an ass clown. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
I'd rather be an ass clown than a rodeo clown.
All right. Did you all subscribe to Coco Plays? Did you like and comment? I started a Sexy Yama Handsome in a Memorial Cup NHL draft game, and it's absolutely awesome. And
So
you know what? I'm probably
you
gonna do it.
keep mentioning T-shirts.
Yeah, we got to make a T-shirts.
I'm gonna ruin a surprise.
Oh, you have a T-shirt shop?
There's a box being sent to Japan.
Woohoo!
In said box
All right.
might be a Coco Club T-shirt.
Nice. I can't fucking wait. I'm gonna wear it every day of my life.
In the Tampa Bay Lightning colors.
Yes. That is the sexiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and it's my new favorite T-shirt. Dude, don't fucking. You're not step parenting me into Disney World, are you? This really exists, right? Dude, you have no idea how much I fell for that trick by my step parents. They're like, if you're a good boy, you're gonna go to Disney. Granted, I was never a good boy, I assure you. But every year, like even my neighbors were like, "You're a fucking retard." I'm like, "Dude, we're going to Disney World next year." My neighbors are like, "You're a fucking retard. You're never going to Disney World." I'm like, "Yes, it's going down. I'm going to Disney World." I didn't go to Disney World until I was in the Marines and stationed in Tokyo. Hashtag fuck you, Dad. Like, and I kid you not, I brought Tycho and my kids to Disney World like a million fucking times. They're like, "Why are we going to Disney World?" And you're like, "You don't know what it's like growing up not going to Disney World. Enjoy it."
I'm going next weekend.
Dude, it's the greatest fucking place on earth. All right. I think that's it. James is a good friend. That's what Andy Papp says. I think we're going to leave it on that, James. James, do you have anything to plug?
No, actually, I just got footage back from the last Brawl USA show, and I'm going to post it here.
All right, awesome. So you're going to get some indie stuff. We're rebuilding this channel.
Yeah.
So we're going to be awesome again. We're going to focus.
If you want to see more shows like this where we talk about wrestling, but we really don't, we can do that too.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, we have to come up. So, yeah.
Essentially,
we're getting a team together of old men to have one more run on YouTube and not make money. So maybe we'll have to be like Patreon.
Dave, I will read I'll close out with my Facebook post about our show tonight. So this show is basically me and Dave are going to go live and we discuss topics that we are probably too old to care about. I think that's a great description for me and your episodes.
I think so. I think, matter of fact, that might be the description we put on the YouTube stake down below. All right. Did I say like, comment, subscribe? I think I did. Check out Coco Plays. James, love you, brother. And with that, I am over.